sure we're
Yeah,
14. Great. Thanks for hopping on, Sarah and Natasha, Brianna, for organising this. We're actually doing the presentation that we did in Wellington last week. It was such a neat night. If you ever get an opportunity to go to a doTERRA event, just go, do what you can to go. It was just encouraging and so neat to hear people's stories and be around people. Yeah, some of them were into the oils, some of them not, but yeah, I just recommend going to all the doTERRA events that you can. Next, we're going to talk about top 10. This is what I call our first aid kit, and it will do 80% of everything. Then I'm going to go myself though, so I haven't got that, Anna. So yeah, what do you think I should slide? Just I meant to go to off. So anyway, you can put your hand up here. I'd say just connection maybe. Now, she might appear back again soon. Oils. So pop your hand up if you've got, see the hand down there. You can just click the hand. I don't know. And who would love oils? But something made you interested to join in the meeting, so to join in this information session. So we always, it's just quite nice to think, if you do have the oils, what are the worst things you could do with them? But if anybody wants to put in the chat what they think is the worst thing you could do with your essential oils. Maybe if I get that chat up. But anyway, we want, because usually when you're in a group, people can start free to unmute yourself and go out. But that's all. If I'm sitting in the cupboard where they're not, if you just take the lid off and smell the bottle, you're winning. And so we and lots of people do. If you want to make them part of your life, you store them where it's going to be easy to use them. Like your ones that you might add a drop to your drink, you'll put in the kitchen. Put your sleep pills in the bedroom or the bathroom. Actually, that's where I keep mine. Just in the bathroom, so I put them before I go to bed. Wherever you can access them quickly and easily, are safe from little people's hands too, because you don't want a child to get, you know, all the oil out of the bottle. Okay, so what do essential oils? This was obviously a brainstorm session, so you can read all the different things. They're great for pets. You can say that about doTERRA. Tested 54 times, at least 11 by an independent business place. Great for your Can you hear me? Because it just says I lost my.
You're breaking up for me, but I thought it was my connection.
It's breaking up here too.
Okay. Is mine breaking up or is mine all right?
Yours is good.
Okay. Oh, here I was trying to fix mine because I thought same thing had popped up on my screen. Oh yeah, thanks, me. Yeah, okay, sorry, I was trying to fix my internet, so I wasn't fully paying attention. But I think what Mum was saying just there was that the pets, like, it's really good for pets and all of that. But we only say that about the doTERRA oils because they are pure. And then yeah, there's heaps in there, better sleep, They're 100% natural and pure. They help you relax. They're great for the kids. Sorry, I just got to let Mum back in. Are you back now, Mum? Oh, you're just on mute, Mum.
Yeah. Are you sure you didn't mute me, Brianna? Just mute my mother. Sorry about that. I've changed rooms. Hopefully we're all good now, but it'll be a bit bright behind me. Okay, so did you carry on there? Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I think we're pretty much finished with that slide.
Perfect. Great. Okay, and how can essential oils have so many benefits? Because there are so many different essential oils. Each one is made up of many different natural constituents with various properties. They can affect the mind and body in different ways. There's a whole big science behind it, and doTERRA has got science websites. If you go on there, Source to You, there's just lots of ways you can find out about the different science of essential oils, the different properties each oil has, and how it can benefit you. Okay, so here's a quick overview of oils and support systems they can help with. So you can read all those. It's every body system you have. There is just an oil for everything. The four main issues that come up a lot with people are sleep, pain, digestion, and immunity. So these we're finding are just when you come, and actually that's probably, we could add 5 there, or I could keep going and add a whole lot more, but they're the main ones. If you ask people just to let you know their most pressing issues, that's what usually comes up. And out of the top 10 oils, there is something for all of those. Something for 80% of life's issues, actually. So most people join with the top 10 because you can just do so much with them. You can combine them, you can use them separately, but you can help so many things. So sleep, out of the top 10, we'll probably do that singly, because we've added that in. Yep. So we have a story here of how oils have worked for us. So Brianna, do you want to give?
Yep. Yeah, I can go. So how I got into using the oils in the first place was because I was in a lot of pain. I'd had a mountain bike accident about 2 years before we started using them. And I had a whole lot of nerve damage in my back, and I was still off work 2 years later, and I couldn't walk very well. I was on a long list of medications, and so I went along to an oils class and started using them. They put copaiba on my back, which we'll go through a little bit later, and I walked out a lot easier and a lot straighter than I did walking in. And just slowly using them over a longer period of time. I think it was about 5-6 months before I was properly off all medication. And I'd been told that I'd never play sport again or never run again. And now after, I think it was about a year and a half or 2 years after using them, I think I competed in my first race. And then, I'm back to playing competitive sport about 5-6 times a week. So, that they made a massive difference in my life there, and have meant that I've been able to get back to work and actually live life again, which has been amazing.
Yeah, that's great. That's a deep level pain that we're talking about. And
which is why it took longer. I've had messages from people. I've given them a pain sample blend, and I've been, they've said, oh wow, the next day it helped so much. And I've found even if I don't know, I might twist my ankle or my knee might feel a little bit funny, so I put ice blue and pain blend in on that, and by the next day it's not really an issue some of the time. So depends what level of pain it is, whereas mine was a longer term thing, which took a lot of use, a little bit of persistent with it, and we got there. So
yeah. And I think that's the thing to really be aware of. There's not like this wonderful quick fix. Some people have this wonderful, very, very fast resolution with it. Yeah, like for allergies, sometimes people can just pop the oils on and their allergy symptoms have gone. Or if the allergy's been hanging around for days, it's like little and often get it into your system. I think, Sarah, you haven't heard, I hate to my same story, but I will, because head injuries are quite a thing. And Chantal and I had a car accident, it must be 5 years ago now, and we just couldn't do life after it, really. It was hard work. Well, we could do life after it, but it was different. Just the shocking hospital grade migraines, really, and the fatigue. Really was just a shell of who I actually am. And I'd gone to an oils class, and I was given a little thing of frankincense, diluted frankincense, and Margaret just said to pop it on the back of my neck morning and night. And then it's like a pain blend, but it's doTERRA's headache blend, and it was called Past Tense. So when the headaches would come, I'd just pop it on. And so anyway, I used that, and I got those 2 little sample bottles on one night. The next day I tested it to the max and didn't take any painkillers, and I was living on Panadol and Nurofen. I couldn't do a day without them. I could do 5 or 6 hours probably without them. And so anyway, that was the last of the painkillers. And it's been 5 years, and I would say I have only used between 10 and 20 Panadols in that time. Maybe one Nurofen. But and I was actually quite the headache person anyway. So just in my normal life before we had the accident, for me to not use that much Panadol and Nurofen would always be, it was actually quite startling anyway. But after the accident, to actually just stop using everything is really remarkable. So that, and we could keep you here all night with the different stories that we have used the oils for, and probably some more will come out as we go through the top 10, and we'll do that really briefly. Otherwise, go through the actual top 10, because otherwise the night will just go on too long, and you will get sick of hearing us talking, and you'll want to leave the meeting. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so with the doTERRA oils, say you've got the top 10, and you've got them sitting somewhere where you will use them, not in that cupboard like we talked about earlier, so they're accessible. And one of your family members say, oh, I think I'm getting a cold. That is the moment. It's make it your first response. Even when you hear it, think, oh, which one of these oils will be good for that? And we recommend, I'll just grab it, a resource book, because when you can always just message, especially when you're first learning, say, hey, what would you use for a cold? We'll just answer, usually drop everything and answer as soon as we can. And but yes, just use a reference, hop on one of our Facebook groups or Messenger. But out of the, oh yes, I'll go through those tops down. See, I keep jumping into a top 10 to say what to do. But anyway, you just think, which oil should I use? And as we go on, so make doTERRA your first response, and you want to make that easy for yourself, which you've done to a certain extent by making the oils accessible, but you just want to make habits to ensure that you're able to implement the oils into your everyday life. So and we listened to this thing one time, it might have been in our Grow training. It was when we qualified for Grow, so you get all this extra training, or it might have been something that we'd been looking at anyway, Brianna. I actually can't remember.
I can't remember, yeah.
Yeah, but you could do you want to talk about the habit stacking? I think I did the other night. So
Right.
I'd like to hear you rather than me.
All right. So habit stacking is the process of attaching a new desired habit to an existing one, taking advantage of those things you do automatically and piggybacking a desired new habit on top of it. So if we start off the day with a drop of lemon in your glass of water and have your MetaPower advantage, which we may cover a little bit later, but it's the new metabolic system. And you can pop the diffuser on the kitchen bench with your favorite morning oils beside it, and that you've got ready to go, keeping your LLV visible, and have it with your breakfast. So habit stacking that onto all of that onto your breakfast. And then you already have the habit of brushing your teeth at night. So put your sleepy oils in the bathroom and add that to your nightly routine, applying that topically. At night, when you plug in your phone to give it enough energy for the next day, don't forget to do the same thing for you and set up your diffuser with your sleepy oils and give it to give you a good start to feeling refreshed the next day from a good night's sleep. So it's just setting up those things and getting the oils into your everyday life, because using them consistently is where you see a lot of the benefits. And I know I've gone through different stages of being like, I haven't actually used my oils in the last kind of 2 weeks. And then I start noticing that I'm getting a little bit sore, or if people around me are sick, then I might end up getting sick rather than preventing it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now there are 3 ways to use the oils. One is topically, and when we say topically, we always mean like diluting it with your fractionated coconut oil. The fractionated coconut oil isn't the solid coconut oil you buy at the grocery shop or health shop. It's actually a liquid in a bottle. It's had the fat taken out. So it's a really light oil, and it doesn't actually leave the little fatty globule marks on your clothing. You know how when you get oil on a t-shirt, it leaves that little oil stain? The fractionated coconut oil doesn't. So I usually use, with the doTERRA bottle, it's just got a little hole in the top, so it's like 1, 2, 3 drops of the coconut oil and 1 drop of the essential oil. So that's always diluted. Your body, because the doTERRA oils are so pure, that if you just put it on straight, it just sort of pops off. So when it's diluted with the fractionated coconut oil, your body straight away absorbs 20% more. So, and you don't want to waste your oils, and you want it to be gentle on your skin. Because some of the oils are hot oils. I don't think we're talking about any hot oils tonight, but they just have to be diluted, or they'll, do a little burn. But you just want to be safe when you're using them. But most oils, I've put some straight on, if I'm in that moment and you just want to get it on, I'll put it on straight. So it's not like they're going to harm you, but your body will absorb more. So topically, aromatically through the diffuser, and because the doTERRA ones are CPTG, they're certified pure, tested grade, you can use some of them as a food additive. So you can, like Brianna said before, a drop of lemon in your water in the morning, and you can use some of them like that. Okay, and right, we'll just go through the oils. If you've got oils, feel free to get the bottle out and just smell them while we're talking. The first one is, we'll just take turns, Brianna? You can do one, then I'll do one.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, frankincense is considered the king of oils. So that's one of it. All these ones are in the top 10, the home essentials and the family essentials. So frankincense has so many different uses, great for cellular support, nervous system support, skin health, and can promote feelings of relaxation, as it is very grounding. Frankincense can also help support recovery after a concussion, and it is the oil you reach for if you don't know which oil to use, because it's the king of oils. Whatever your body needs at that point of time, frankincense will meet it where it's at. So it's very worthwhile. That was my favorite one because of the difference it made to me personally, with my recovery. And it is, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you can just get some frankincense in your hand and breathe it in. It's great for headaches. You can just pop it on your temples or on the back of your neck, diluted. You can actually even take a drop, put it under your tongue or put it on your thumb and put it on the roof of your mouth. It looks like you're sucking your thumb there. But you're actually not. You're just putting a drop of oil on the roof of your mouth. Okay, so that's frankincense. Some of the uses.
Yeah. All right. So then we've got lavender, which is fantastic for sleep support. Diffusing it at night helps with promoting relaxation. Can be very soothing for the skin. Is fantastic for burns. So we've talked about diluting them. 3 drops of coconut oil to 1 of the oil. With burns, it can actually go straight on, and it's really, really soothing. A couple of us actually on the same night during lockdown managed to burn our fingers when we were cooking, and we were watching a movie that night. We pretty much just had the lavender sitting between us, and we'd just put it on, and then we did that just when it got sore. It would be every about 20 minutes, and then by the end of the movie we realized that neither of us had touched the bottle in a little while, because it had soothed it. And I think by the next day it didn't even look like it was there, whereas it looked like it was going to be the burnt blister. So it's really soothing. It helps with the healing as well. Great for sleep. I put it in my diffuser every night, and then it can be put on topically as well. Great for bee stings or bites or anything like that. Really soothing. Yeah, can't think of anything else for the lavender.
That's really good. Yeah. It's often called, how we called frankincense the king, lavender's the queen. So, they're the 2 top oils. If you don't know what to use, choose one of those. But that's great for headaches as well. I think Brianna said that actually, just dilute and pop on. So then we have On Guard.
Sorry, great for
pain blends. What was that?
Well. Great for pain blends as well, because it's really relaxing for the muscles.
Yeah. Okay, so our next one is On Guard, and that is a powerhouse. It's a protective blend, and it can be used to fight off the winter bugs, or actually there's lots of bugs going around at the moment, so it's now a good time to be diffusing On Guard. So you pop it in the diffuser, and if you're going somewhere where people are actually sick, just pop it on, just wear it. It can be used consistently to build up immunity to prevent the winter bug. So yes, that's great. It's great for cleaning. It's got clove in it, so we've got aluminium windows, so there's actually an On Guard cleaner concentrate. I love the cleaning line of doTERRA. You've got everything in doTERRA, by the way, but just put some extra On Guard in it, and you just wipe it, gets rid of the mold just like that, and prevents it coming back. So, you have a longer time lapse. I'd like to say it was forever, but in an ideal world it would be, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. So just pop that On Guard in there. We have actually used this for mouth ulcers. I don't know if anybody gets those. It's actually incredible. Just tip it up, get a little bit on your finger, and apply it straight on the ulcer. It stings like crazy, but I've found anything that does not sting. And I haven't had an ulcer for years, and I had one a few months ago. Took me by surprise, actually. And so I thought, I'll try that. And I put it on once, and that was the end of it. I never thought about the ulcer again. So we've used it straight, got a bit on our thumb and popped it on a tooth issue, numbs it. Actually, one used it before they went to the dentist. They knew they were getting a filling, so they put On Guard on, and they were scared, put On Guard on their gum before they went, and they actually didn't feel the injection. So that was quite cool. You can actually even put that in a drop of water, in a glass of water, or make it up into a little throat spray. I think I've done it with honey and water and On Guard to soothe sore throats. actually, and I've put On Guard, diluted On Guard and lemon, which is further down, and just rub that on the outside of your throat if you do have a sore throat or cold or something, or tickly throat, and it soothes it amazingly. But I'm pretty sure that if you were diffusing this all the time, you would probably notice a difference in the amounts of cold that you would get. Different for everyone, but we've definitely had that result in our household and extended household. Okay.
Righty, and then we have Easy Air, which is a blend of oils. It's great for when you've got blocked nose, like it can just really feel like it can clear everything. It's really nice paired with On Guard. When we've got people who are sick, we just do the dilution and just put it on our chest and throat. And you can also have it just put a drop in. I don't put an oil down here with me, but you can put a drop, one drop on your hand, and then you can just rub your hands together and then go like this with your eyes closed, otherwise it burns your eyes. And just take a big deep breath in, and then it goes down, it really just clears everything up. It's great to use at bedtime to help with a restful night's sleep, and minimizes the effects of seasonal threats. So that's a really good one to have just in general as well, but especially if you've got a cold going, because it's nothing worse than trying to sleep with a blocked nose. So yeah, and was that the snoring one?
Yeah, but Dad's in the other room. But
okay, it's really good for snoring, and you just
really good for snoring.
Yeah, and you just put it across your nose, eh?
Yes. Yeah.
Diluted, I'm guessing.
Yes, diluted. Yeah,
diluted. Just across the nose if you have.
Yeah, and just every night, and everybody sleeps better. Winning. Okay, then we have lemon. Lemon is a very bright, uplifting oil. So if you actually are feeling a bit low and you've got some lemon, your bottle of lemon handy, even if all you do is just take the lid off and breathe that in, it's just going to go through and settle your system down. You can diffuse it. You can put it on, like I mix it with the lemon and pop it on for a sore throat. One thing, because we're coming into summer, and winter it probably doesn't matter so much, but in summer, if you're going to apply it topically, make sure it's it's where the sun isn't going to hit your skin, because you get that photosensitivity with the lemon. So you just might get a little bit sunburned. So just not where the sun is going to hit you. So it's great. Lemon's amazing for its powerful cleansing and purifying properties. It can aid in digestive support and assist with seasonal respiratory discomfort. It is uplifting and energizing, which promotes positive mood. And I've had somebody feeling really low who rang me, and I said, well, I knew they had lemon. So I said, just pop it in the diffuser. So that's what they did, and they let me know soon after that it actually really did lift them and got them through that moment. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, digestive support. It really does. Like a drop of lemon in a glass of water, even warm water in the morning, just will help if your system is sluggish. It just really does help that whole digestive things. And you can, if you look on PubMed and put in lemon essential oil, and you'll get some research articles. There are quite a few research articles on PubMed with oils, essential oils. They're really worth looking at. And I know, lemon is great for cleaning. You can just pop it in with white vinegar and lemon oil. You could add it to your washing powder. Well, I'm presuming that you're all using a natural washing powder. We actually use doTERRA's, or you can make your own, and then you can just add, in a few drops of essential oils, which is really nice. Very fresh.
Alrighty, and then we have eucalyptus, which is a helpful oil to reduce inflammation, soothe sore muscles, the mood booster, and it supports the respiratory system. So a little bit like the Easy Air, and you can do the same thing with the eucalyptus in your hands. And great going through the diffuser. I have this one going through mine most nights as well. It's great in the bath. It's in a few of my pain blends. Yeah, trying to think what else for eucalyptus.
It's actually I'm pretty sure it's eucalyptus that can kill dust spores.
Yes.
Bed mites even. Yeah. So I'm actually popping the eucalyptus in with my washing powder at the moment, just because I love the smell of the clothes when it comes out with the eucalyptus on them.
That's really nice. Yeah.
What's our next one? Peppermint. This peppermint. I haven't said this story for a little while actually, but Anna Louise, I know you've heard it. But I love, and I don't love them so much now, and I blame this peppermint oil actually. The chocolate mint biscuits, you know, the peppermint ones, and they were just always my favorite. And when I first got these oils, I was so excited because I love peppermint, to smell the oil, and I smelled it and it was so different. And I realized once I got over my shock that, well, and obviously on the chocolate mint biscuits, it's just synthetics. It's just not a real anything. Whereas this is like a pure peppermint, and you can smell the difference. But anyway, that's my little chocolate mint story. I don't think I've liked them the same. But peppermint is a great oil to use when you're feeling tired. It helps keep you alert and focused. So if you're driving and you're feeling, you know, that sleepy thing, put a drop of peppermint on a tissue and pop it in your ear vent, or put a drop in your hands. A bit tricky when you're driving, maybe before you drive, but just get that peppermint thing going. And if you just feel like your brain is not in gear, the peppermint, and that's even if you take the lid off the bottle and just smell the bottle, you'll notice it. It's a very cooling oil, so if you have a temperature, you can use it to support you in that state. So we just dilute it like usual and just run it down the spine, on your temples, pulse points, back of your neck. Our girl's aunt's teacher uses it in a spritz bottle in summer, and we'll just spritz. People have used it for hot flushes, you know, when they're in menopause. It's just, yeah, helps to cool you down. It's also can help with tired, sore muscles, and it can help support you if you're in that car sick, you know, that horrible driving when you're feeling sick. You could even put a drop in a bottle of water and drink it like that. We've used it as food flavoring. Yeah, it's great. Love it. Definitely headaches.
Very good. And then we have Balance. This one I had for a little while before I'd actually opened the bottle. Bit of crime material, but it's actually one of my regular ones that I use now. I use it in the diffuser most nights. Really helps for a restful night's sleep. I love it going in my diffuser during the day, like in my office, and I'll often have like Balance and wild oranges, like quite a nice mix, or Balance and peppermint, or yeah. And it's another one that I put in some of my pain blends. Because it's really good for the muscles and the joints, and it can just help lessen the feeling of stress. And I've got a video here as well, which shows. You explained it really well the other night, Mum. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it mainly says it. It's pretty self-explanatory with the video, though.
Brianna, could you just let Shantae in? She's just trying to join. She only just joined.
He hasn't come up.
Okay. I'll
message her.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, sorry.
No, that's right. I'll just play the video. Hopefully it plays all right.
I'm like everyone else. I have a lot of favorite essential oils, but There are oils that I use on a daily basis, and one of my favorites is Balance Essential Oil. I like Balance because of what it does for me individually, helping me to feel soothed, helping me to feel calm, even helping me to feel more prepared to deal with all the things I need to deal with on a daily basis. There's two primary ways that I like to use Balance for myself individually. I love diffusing Balance because everyone then receives the benefits, and I love the aroma. But my favorite way to use Balance Essential Oil is to apply it to myself topically. And I do that either on the bottom of my feet or on the back of the neck is a great place for me to use the essential oil. I believe that the real key is not to have a single oil that we use, but rather a variety of oils that allows us to address multiple things.
Okay, so that, I can't remember if it said how long that it was, but it's in your body, in your bloodstream within about 30 seconds, if not shorter. So you can see how effective the oils are. And how it just sort of worked on those cells. Balance. Oh, did you finish talking about balance? I actually can't remember.
I'm not sure. I was trying to see if Shantae was trying to get in.
Yeah,
What,
it's just balance is exactly what its name says. It just helps you feel balanced. Some people use it morning and night. It's not going to wake you up, and when you want to go to sleep, it will just help you maintain the status quo. So if you've woken up and you're feeling a bit like you're on the wrong side of the bed, pop some balance in the diffuser and balance on. Okay, what have we got next? Brianna's just juggling everything there.
Sorry, there we go.
Oh, that's great. So we have Zengest. Now, if some of you bought the oils earlier, yours will be called Digestin. So it's now called Zengest. This is amazing. It helps promote digestion and can help reduce bloating, gas, and indigestion. It can help soothe an upset stomach and supports the gastrointestinal system. So just think anything digestion. If you've got diarrhea, use Zengest. If you're constipated, use Zengest. So just dilute it and rub it on your tummy. You can put a drop in a glass of water, but most people seem to have found it really effective just using it topically. So that's usually my first thing is topical. But we had somebody diagnosed with irritable bowel, and they used this, and it just helped so much, like an incredible amount. I'm just about 100% sure that that diagnosis wouldn't be there today. Obviously, careful with foods and all that, but some foods that they couldn't have before, they can actually have now. And if there's something that's just, that their system doesn't tolerate the same, but they have it because it's not such a severe consequence, they'll pop that on afterwards. So it's actually lovely for older people who sometimes, they're not as tolerant of foods as they were when they were younger. I think I don't know, was that peppermint that helped with hiccups? I think this has helped with hiccups too.
I think,
but it was peppermint, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Hiccups are quite a digestive thing, so this would be helpful as well. But I get really bad hiccups, and they're really loud, and they can be very continuous, and I lose my voice from them. It's a bit embarrassing.
And if you're in a big department store, you can hear it from the other end of the whole complex, just about.
And they're very, very painful. And so I was at mum and dad's a couple of weeks ago, and I was just over them already, and I was like, oh, surely there'll be something. So I did a quick Google of doTERRA oils for hiccups, and they said to have peppermint. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And then I took it, and I didn't do any more after that. And I think the kids were very happy because they were very fed up with them. And it just worked instantly. which I've Googled over the years of all the ways that you can treat hiccups, and none of them have worked. So to have something that instant was quite incredible. But this one would be helpful too, I should imagine, because it's a digestive thing.
Yeah. So yes, we just learned about the hiccups very recently and we're quite excited. Yeah. So what's our next one? We must be getting near the end of the top 10.
Yep, this is the last one.
Oh, here we go.
So we've got tea tree, which is a great antibacterial, and it can be used both on the skin, diluted, and put into the diffuser. It's great on the bottom of your feet because your feet absorb a lot, and so because it's an antibacterial, if you're sick, and if you've got oregano, which isn't in the top 10 anymore, but both of them together is great because the oregano is natural antibiotic. So yeah, these two paired together are really great, and it can help clean mold and great to freshen up your laundry. And added with lavender and peppermint, it can help with dandruff. Just trying to think of tea tree. Other things great on wounds as well. And is that the one that can be used straight, Mum?
Yeah.
It can, yeah. And any infection or anything like that because of the antibacterial properties in it. Great to clean up a wound.
Yes, and tea tree is part of our, if somebody's got some major infection going on, even if they're on antibiotics, like we're not anti-medical, but although I do like to be the fence at the top of the cliff rather than the ambulance at the bottom. So I use these majorly so that we're not having to go and get medical, but obviously you're going to. So we have had one or two situations where somebody's had to have antibiotics, and so what we do and it just seems to help things work quicker, but we'll make a roller bottle and we'll put tea tree in it, oregano, and a bit of frankincense if you've got it to help drive it all in. And yeah, we have had startling results with that mix. Because this is recorded, I'm not going to go into too much, but yeah, if you've got any infection going on, get that blend going, and just a minute, I'll just tell them that we're on a call. We've got open plan living, so it might have just got a bit now. So there's also, I've done those 3 things, but out of all this top 10, there's actually something called Floom. I don't know if you want to write that down, Floom, and that's frankincense, lemon, on guard. Actually, you won't have oregano, so maybe put E in there, Floem, and use eucalyptus, and melaleuca, which is the tea tree. So if you can put those together with the coconut oil in a roller bottle, and you can use it every day to just be a good, support your immunity when there's bugs going around, or you've got something going on up and down your spine, on the soles of your feet, your pulse points. It's a very powerful blend. So yeah, we didn't mention that the other night, Brianna. What about that one?
What about that one?
Yeah. Because there is always more. You think you've got all these things, there is always more that you can do with the oils. You're just always learning. It's great. Yeah, I usually say that at the beginning too, like learn something every day. That's actually really cool. If you've got the oils, or if you're looking at them, learn something every day about a different way to use them. And your knowledge bank just grows, and you're always astounded at what they can actually do. And being part of a community and a group where you can talk about them and all that is really helpful, because you all learn from each other and everybody has a story. Okay, so we're done tea tree. Oh, yes. So those were all the top 10. And then these are our just about non-negotiables to add as soon as you can, and it's the monthly blend for women, because I don't know if it's if things are worse these days or not, but there are a lot of people that are having like really painful periods. I mean, it's been going on for a long time anyway, but really they shouldn't be painful, so it's that painful. So it will just mean there's something a little bit out of balance. But Clary Calm is a blend of essential oils intended to help soothe, calm, and care for your mind and body during menstrual cycles. And it's actually great for guys too, because let's face it, guys have hormones too, but it's mostly talked about for women, and it is called Monthly Blend for Women. So not all guys are going to be happy to use that. So if you want that, tap and pop it in a brown, just swap it into a brown roller bottle, and they'd never know. But we've had remarkable results with this, like somebody just about vomiting with pain and getting the shape and all that sort of thing, and just putting this on. Oh, that's great, Brianna, in the notes there. There's the flume recipe. But yeah, just actually starting. So we just say use it every single day so that you're actually preparing for that time of the month, and the difference is incredible. And if anybody tries it and notices it, can you please let us know, because and that's with any of these oils. It's so cool to hear how people are using them and how they've found it, because that's what's encouraging for others, and they can use that in their life. And I've actually used this one for hot flushes. So if you know people at that stage of life too, this is amazing. Just incredible. It just balances out those hormones.
Righty, and then we've got Copaiba. So this one here was this one's my most favorite oil, and it's one that I used for pain. So for me, it goes in every pain blend that I do. It goes in my diffuser every night, and often during the day as well. I'll have it going, and yeah, I'll put it as a food additive or in a drop of water. It's great. It works on the same brain system as cannabis oil, without the properties that cannabis oil comes with. And yeah, so it helps reduce inflammation, provides pain support. It also helps support the immune system, and also is very mood boosting, and great for the skin. It's just another all round as well, and it can help people sleep as well. It's a very kind of grounding oil as well. Sorry.
It's great cardiovascular support too, actually. I just
Yes,
noticed
that's
it.
right.
Yeah. But one of our biggest uses is somebody's getting because we've got quite a few people who are just headache prone. So one will just get the Copaiba bottle and just tip it up and put a drop under their tongue. And if that's done early enough, it's not a crippling headache. So I've used that a lot. Yeah, I've used it heaps. And that one is nice diffused with frankincense and lavender. So frankincense, lavender, and Copaiba at night in the diffuser is incredible. And I know the times if I get a whopper, I'll still get the odd whopper migraine, but I don't use the painkiller. So I'm not saying I don't ever get them. I still get the odd one. And that through the diffuser is amazing, or rubbed on and into my shoulders, drop a Copaiba under the tongue, peppermint on the temples. And it's not just doing it once, like you won't get a result. Like I'll do it 15 to 20 minutes. It's little and often. So if you've got an issue going on, morning and night definitely, but if you're a bit more in the crisis stage, then every hour, 20 minutes to an hour, it makes it really effective. So yeah, that's one of our favorites, isn't it? What have we got next?
Sorry, it's not letting me. There we go.
So most people at this stage, if they haven't got the oil, think, wow, they're amazing. I wouldn't mind having those tools in the toolkit at home. So the best way to buy the oils is through to buy a kit because they're discounted. They're the top 10. So we'll go through those a little bit later. But what happens when you open an account? You'll get a one-on wellness consultation with whoever invited you to this class, targeting exactly what you want to get out of your oils, because everybody has a different need. Like we talked about, the 4 things that are most mentioned is sleep, digestion,
pain, and immunity.
pain, and immunity.
And you might have something outside of that, like it might
That's
be
right.
digestive, or it might be
Yes, yeah. So we get the one-on-one, you get ongoing support and availability to answer any of your questions, and live classes covering common issues, and with recordings available. So you can look at them, you can give them to somebody who's interested in them. Okay, next one. So there are different ways to buy. You can buy, like if you get a wholesale account, you can buy what you want just whenever you want it. You can just buy it once and use those oils and not buy again. Or just in 6 months' time buy something else. But we recommend setting up a loyalty rewards order and just using that, because you get points back from everything you spend if it's over a certain point value. So how we use our loyalty rewards is and this is how you get the most benefit, is you swap your shop, because we're really aiming to get a low tox living going, because we're just swamped with chemicals wherever we go. So if you keep your own home as like clean as you can chemically, then your body's just not getting a barrage from home and out in the big wide world. So swapping the shop is like swapping your toothpaste, swapping your washing powder, the cleaning instead of the Jif, cleaner concentrate instead of Vicks vapor rub, which is petroleum based. doTERRA's got I actually can't read the label. Anyway, it's like that stick, vapor stick, the shampoo and conditioner, it's amazing. We all love it. Lip balm, Correct-X, which is like a Savlon antiseptic cream. It does that sort of thing, but it's incredible because it just stops it can help stop the bruising really coming out, and it's amazing for pain. They're great if you've got little E's when they hurt themselves. If they fall and put a big thing on their head, just putting that Correct-X on is just going to support it in its healing. It can be super fast healing. Okay, next one. I feel like I'm taking all the slides. Do you want to do it, Brianna?
No.
I just keep talking.
So we can have the goal of getting your oils paid for as the first goal. And as you can see there, sharing is caring. And it's really easy to do. I find that if I'm down at squash or wherever I am, I'll end up talking to somebody for a little bit, and it doesn't take long before somebody's like, oh, it might be, oh yeah, like my leg's hurting, or I hurt my leg yesterday, or I didn't sleep very well. And you've always got the things on hand to be able to say, oh, look, like, here, do you want to try this? And giving them something. I find that the easiest way to do that is to be prepared. So I have, I don't have them with me, but I've got little roller bottles already made up. So some pain blends, some immunity, some sleep are probably my main ones. And then I can just, in a busy environment, just be like, oh, here, try this, rather than having to make it up on the spot. So I find that really helpful for sharing aspect.
Oh, just saying, you're just cutting out there.
Really good.
Just in that last little bit on your little sample bottles, they're all ready to go, ready to hand out. And yeah, Brianna's organised like that. She'll just have a sample making day and she's got them all lined up. And I look and I think, man, I should do that. And in the ideal world, I have, but I'm often, somebody's got a need and I'm madly doing it. I'm just going to have to get my charger.
Right. So the other side of it is commissions. We won't go over it too much, but to be able to receive commissions, then you need to be putting in 100 PV LRP order. And doTERRA pretty much thanks you for signing people up. So you sign people up, and then doTERRA gives you a percentage of that, and then that person can then go along and do the same, and then they can be earning those commissions for themselves as well. And the oils pretty much sell themselves because they work really well, and they can work really quickly. And so I just find that if you're out there sampling, you kind of get people interested, get them along to a class, and then, yeah. And as it says down the bottom there, changing people's lives one drop or one system at a time. Example, the MetaPower system.
And you never, ever, ever get sick of hearing people's stories about how the oils have helped. It's amazing. And you're sort of thinking, wow, that's just so incredible, that story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, most days you hear something really cool about how somebody's used them and, yeah, how they've helped. So I think really the thing is that we've got the oils, but we have something to help others, because there's, talking to anybody these days, there's something going on for them. And it's just neat to have something to be able to help them with. And it's just practical, tangible, and powerful, really.
Mm.
Okay, so here we have the different kits. It's the Home Essentials kit, $325. And that includes the top 10 that we've talked about. And it's a free membership with that. And there are booklets in that. So then you'd also get a wellness consult, and we'd just tailor it to your needs. 15 ml bottles, price per drop works out pretty reasonably, and they last ages. And what else was I going to say there about this? Like if you bought them individually, I actually can't remember what it comes to, but it's more than 325, because frankincense alone wholesales at maybe 107. Yeah. So and with, just speaking of that, with the frankincense, that's one of my top oils. I go through a lot of frankincense, but I've never ever had to buy one, because I'm on the loyalty rewards, swapping our household shop and earning points, and then I will use those for the more expensive oils. So yeah, that's that. The Nature Solution Kit, that's a bigger one. I actually got that one because, well, there are heaps of us and lots of different needs. And yeah, I think we've just got a tax refund or something. And I thought, well, I never spend any money. So this is, instead of going and buying all these natural solutions from all these different places and sort of making stuff up, I'm just going to totally set myself up well within the home to cover most things. And I don't buy from anywhere else anymore. It's real simple. Just buy from my own shop. Wonderful. And cover pretty much everything that comes up.
All right, and then we have the Family Essentials, which is the same as the Home Essentials, except for these are 5 ml bottles. Same thing. It comes with a free wellness consult, and so this is $200. So in these 5 ml bottles, there's about 85 drops in each, and then for the 15 ml bottles, there's about 250. So you get 3 times the amount of oil for the Home Essentials kit, for the extra 125.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure that everybody on here actually has joined us, so it's wonderful to have you on board with us all. If you want anything more than what we're doing in our community, feel free to say. Or if you have a story to share, or you want help with sharing it with somebody that's actually interested, but you don't quite know how to talk to them about them, just give us a call. We can definitely help with that. Yeah, so we're going to stop recording now. Thank you all for hopping on, but we'll stop the recording, but then we'll just open up very briefly, just in case anybody wants to ask something or share something. Okay, so thanks, Brianna.
I'm working on it. I'm working.
Brianna knows I'm like, stop recording.
There we go.